If you had $1,000, how would you use it to start your own branded dropshipping empire? Maybe you would try organic dropshipping. Maybe you would try to find products on TikTok, maybe buy it. And maybe you would use a supplier you find on Alibaba. Well, today, guys, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I would start a new branded dropshipping store with just $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, and even $1 million. Look, guys, if you don't know how your spending changes as you make more money, you'll never get to the point of making more money. That's why it's crucial that you guys understand every part of this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Most videos that talk about how to start a successful dropshipping store don't actually give you the tools to do it yourself, and I get that can be extremely frustrating. So that's why I want to unveil the process of how you can start a successful dropshipping store starting with the $1,000 store. You might be thinking, starting with only $1,000 might put you at a disadvantage, but you're wrong. At this stage, you're able to quickly make changes and adjust to the market because you don't have a lot of budget to work with. You move a lot quicker because unlike your competitors, you're gonna have a lot less overhead. Our first step will be deciding our product. And there's one aspect that when it comes to selecting a product, a lot of people overlook. And it's extremely crucial that you guys understand this one aspect because it can be the difference from a store that just makes a couple $1,000s a day that can genuinely be scaled to those $50, $60, and even $100,000 days. And that is selecting winning angles and creatives. So as you're selecting your product, you guys really want to think, can I build winning angles and creatives off of this product? I want this question to be in the back of your mind when you're constantly doing product research, because if it's not, you're not going to be able to find the products that can actually scale. So you may be asking yourself, what is a winning angle? Winning angles can be a lot of different things, but they're mostly going to be shortcuts. Let me explain. And you probably heard before that you need to sell a product that has a problem-solving factor. Let me break it down to you guys. A product that has a wow factor and a product that has a problem-solving factor typically end up being a shortcut. That's why the angles that work are angles that typically revolve around shortcuts. Let's talk about beauty. Let's talk about weight loss. Let's talk about skincare. These type of marketing angles typically end up working a lot better when it comes to running ads online because they are shortcuts. For example, when you're selling a weight loss product, you're telling someone, hey, you not only are going to get your desired outcome of solving the problem of them being fat, but it's going to have a wow factor. And the wow factor being like, hey, you don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. You can just use this product and you will lose weight. That's what makes these products work. And that's why winning angles are so important, because if you guys logically think about it, people aren't going to buy a random product online via Facebook ads, via TikTok ads, even if you have the best product out there. If your product doesn't have that wow factor, if it doesn't have that shortcut, and if it doesn't solve that problem, it's not going to be bought online when someone sees your ad. Just to help you guys out, some of the winning angles I've seen work really well in the past are going to be, like I mentioned earlier, weight loss, beauty, skincare. A really good one that a lot of people overlook is going to be spirituality. Spirituality is a winning angle because the thing is, a lot of spiritual products do give a shortcut. And the example of one of my best winning products back in the day was the carnelian stone. With the carnelian stone, the reason why we were able to sell so much of it is because it was known as the love stone. It was the love stone because when you had this stone, essentially what would happen was people would flock to you, people would fall in love with you, and it was known to be like this love spiritual stone. So for the $1,000, it would be ideal for you guys to invest in your own education so you can actually utilize the rest of the money in a more strategic manner. I'm sure you guys have heard the analogy before of the two lumberjacks. They gave the two lumberjacks about an hour to cut down the tree. Lumberjack 1 spent the whole hour chopping down the tree with his dull, shitty axe. And Lumberjack 2 spent 30 to 40 minutes of that hour to sharpening his axe. As the story goes on, you guys learn that Lumberjack 2 was actually able to cut down the tree a lot faster than Lumberjack 1, and the reason being is because his axe was much sharper. The same thing applies to dropshipping and e-commerce in general. If you guys don't have a sharp axe, meaning if you're not educated in the space and you don't know what you're doing, even though you put more legwork in than the other guy, you won't make it out. And that's why I heavily invest you guys to invest in your education. Guys, even at my level, I'm investing in education. I'm always looking for coaches, mentorships, courses, etc., because I understand that my axe needs to be as sharp as possible. So in the $1,000 budget, I would set aside around $300 to $400 just for the education and the resources I'm going to mention here. Off the bat, you guys want to be joining Discord groups that talk about e-commerce, that talk about dropshipping, because these are the best ways for you guys to get in the game and learn about the nitty-gritty about running ads and all that other good stuff. Lucky for you guys, I do have a Discord group that's completely free. It's called Jolt Ecom, and the link is below. below if you guys want to join, completely free. And we have free calls in there every other week. There's also a lot of other good Discords out there that I'll plug in the description. Be sure to check those out. But as always, guys, I'm gonna have an ego here and say that our program and our groups are the best out of all the other groups out there. So if you really are trying to make this work, be sure to book a call with me and my team below. So the product we're gonna settle for the $1,000 store is going to be the lash serum. Now here's the thing, guys. This lash serum, in our last video when we went to China, we saw a lot of stock being moved for this product. And don't get me wrong, I've actually sold this product before. Back in the day, this was one of my first winners, and I'm gonna expose some of the numbers here throughout the video so you can see. But this product has made me a lot of money. Nevertheless, if you guys don't have the budget to go over to China and go over to these warehouses to find products like the lash serum, there are a lot of free tools out there for you to find product. And with the $1,000 budget, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, you probably don't even need to spend the whole thing on product research or education, because the thing is, there's a lot of free education resources out there and there's a lot of free product research tools out there. One of my favorite tools to use is what we call TikTok top ads. You can simply just Google this and you'll find a lot of different websites, but the one you wanna use is the official one from TikTok. I mentioned this in my big guide video I posted a couple weeks ago, but in this product research method, it's really crucial that you sort by 6-second view rate. If you guys want more details on the exact filters we use, be sure to watch that big guide video that I'll put on the screen here. Now, top ads is a great way to find products and it's completely free. Another paid method that's only around, I think around $30 a month, that's really good, is PP ads as well. PP ads will show you all the top ads on TikTok that you can then run those products on Facebook and TikTok combined. Another really good platform out there is Facebook Ad Library. Now, how I recommend using Facebook Ad Library is going to be really different than how you want to use PP ads or top ads, because Facebook Ad Library has a lot more ads in their database. Again, this is a free tool, so you can really search and use it as much as you want without being charged a dime. And my favorite product research method, which actually is free, is what I like to call the TikTok account burner method. It's pretty self-explanatory, but all you guys want to do is set up a TikTok account using your phone or somebody else's phone. Essentially, on this TikTok account, all you're going to do is interact with ads, like a lot of, ASMR product videos, particular videos in like the hair space, the makeup space, the beauty space, the niches that you want to sell products in. And over time, if you use this account periodically and you make sure to actually scroll on it for about 1 hour to 2 hours every day, you'll find good products, and good products will basically come to you. I like to call it the TikTok burner account method, or as other people call it, the attraction method, because you're attracting good products to you. Knowing all this, we could honestly set up our store really quickly. And now we can actually start spending money to get it going. And the beautiful thing about it, guys, is we like to use a platform called Shopify, which a lot of you guys already know. Now, Shopify is only at $1 a month for the first 3 months, so pretty cheap. We also need to decide on a brand name. So as you guys know, I don't like to do general stores. I like to focus on one product and branded stores, because the whole point of doing dropshipping in 2024 is to have a branded store that people actually want to buy from. If you're selling on general stores without decent branding, people won't buy from you. And branding is one of the most important things that separates a successful dropshipper to someone who doesn't make any money whatsoever. You can use free tools like Canva to create your branding, or if you want to use some more of your budget, you can use Fiverr and find someone for around $40 to $50 to create all your branding, your logos, all that good stuff. Now that we have our store, we want to decide what our winning angle for this product is going to be. We decided the winning angle is going to be before and after. Now, with before and after, we're really going to be focused on accelerated results and the wow factor for this product. So now that the angle is decided, all we have to do is create the ad. And the great thing about this, guys, is products like the lash serum that have a lot of TikTok content already out there, we can just rip this content and tweak it for our brand in order to test the product a lot quicker, meaning we don't need to get our own custom content. So here's one of the main ads we decided to run for this product. So as you can see, guys, the ad really focuses on extreme before and after growth. The reason why these type of ads work is because when people watch them, they get taken aback. The ad itself has a huge wow factor and it's super authentic, which promotes the whole product itself of being a good solution to whatever the problem is, and in this case, small lashes. Now we can set up our ad campaign to see how this product actually runs. Now guys, this is not the only creative we should test for this product, because like my rule of thumb is we want to test around 15 to 25 creatives per product. But it's really important that we test out different angles. One of the main angles in this product test that I'm super optimistic about is going to be this heavy before and after angle. We have the product, the store set up, and the ads are ready to go. So let's see how it goes. All right, guys, so over the course of spending $1,000 on the store, $400 on ads, $300 to $400 on education, and a couple bucks here and there for the actual store itself and the actual branding, we came out to around $857 in revenue for the first day. Now, guys, this is a legitimate test that I ran back in the day with the same product, and throughout the video, I'm going to expose exactly the brand and everything so you guys can get some more clarity on exactly what this test became and how this test went. But on that first day, we did make around 30% profit margins, which was around $250 in profit. And this was a legit test we ran back in the day. I remember when we tested this product and we were all to see that the exact creative that we thought was going to work actually ended up working. It gave us validation that the angle and the product and the creatives were market validated, and there was a lot of potential to scale this into a real brand, which we did, and which I'm going to show you here in a bit. But it's really important to note, guys, that as we made more, we had to spend more onto making this into a legitimate brand and actually making good money off of this. The way you run your store will dramatically change as you make more money. When you get into the 10K range of cost, the biggest challenges you typically see are in getting your own content. I would say this is the next biggest thing when it comes to actually building a profitable, consistent branded dropshipping store. Getting your own content can range from finding UGC creators to work with on Twitter, finding micro influencers to post a video on TikTok, and just overall getting a lot of content and new concepts around your product. When you get into the 100K range, some of the biggest obstacles you deal with and you face are fulfillment, making better product, actually getting branding on your product, and focusing on getting branded packaging to your influencers and to your creators so they can make branded content around your product that other people can't steal and rip, so you actually start to build what we'd like to call a real brand. Now, this particular lash brand that we scaled never really got into the $1 million range, but it definitely went past that 100K range, and I think we ended that brand with a couple 100K in profit. We got a lot of custom content, and we were able to scale this thing back in the day to, like I said, a couple 100K in profit. Just like I mentioned earlier, after the 10K range, we've started to focus more on getting content and reinvesting as much money as we really could back into content. That's what got us as quick as possible to the 100K range, which then allowed us to focus on the actual packaging and the product itself. We did build a decent subscription list for this product, and that was one of the reasons why we were able to make a couple 100K profit off of it. But like I said earlier, this brand never really got to the $1 million mark, and it was kind of sad that we weren't able to scale past that. I think back in the day, I didn't have as much know-how and knowledge as I do now, as if now I could probably scale that thing up until 100 million, confident. So now it's time to compare a $1 million dropshipping brand to these other stores that I mentioned earlier. Lucky for you guys, I actually have $1 million dropshipping brands. I'm going to show you guys some of the P&Ls here and some of the back-end metrics so you guys can get a better idea of how it actually looks like. All right, guys, so here's a multi-million dollar dropshipping brand, and I'm showing you here the back end of the brand itself. So this is a platform we like to call Triple Whale. Triple Whale essentially is one of the best profit tracking and UTM tracking platforms out there. So this basically attaches to the Shopify, attaches to the ads manager, Facebook attaches to like our supplier goods, and it'll tell us like our net profit every day and all that good stuff. So in the last 365 days here, this dropshipping brand did close to $8.5 million in revenue. We spent around $3 million on ads to bring back close to $3 million in profit. This is what a real branded dropshipping store looks like. And when people tell you you can't make millions off of this, well, I'm proving them wrong in real time. We did around a 2.83 ROAS, which is pretty good for spending around $3 million on ads, a net margin of 34% on the front end, which is absolutely amazing. If we keep scrolling here, you guys can see all the nitty gritty. On Facebook, we spent around 2.6 million. Google, we spent around 300K, and TikTok, we only spent 15K for this brand because with this particular product, it's really hard to advertise that on TikTok, so we mainly focus on Facebook. Scrolling down here, you guys can see all the sessions, all this good stuff, so you know it's not BS. Order revenue about 8.6 million. I'm gonna hit a refresh really quick just so you guys know this ain't no bullshit. As you can see, numbers still stay the same. AOV around $30, around close to 250,000 orders, and this is what the front end metrics look like, guys. TikTok, like I said, we didn't spend too much, and payment gateways, we spent around 300K, which is like transaction costs and whatnot. It's very, very normal. But as you guys can see here, in the last year, we made close to $3 million profit with this dropshipping brand. Now, this is front end metrics. A lot of you guys might be thinking now, what about the team associated with it? And I'll show you guys right now. With the team, the salary here, we typically on a monthly basis, we're spending close to 20K a month for team. team, and that is like editors, customer service reps, customer service managers, and all that good stuff. Miscellaneous expenses typically are the highest ones. Not the two highest expenses you have with the branded dropshipping store is going to be your COGS and your marketing expense. But besides that, the next one that rises up is going to be transactions cost. So transaction costs are pretty high. They're usually around, depending on how much volume we're doing, they can be around 30K a month, around there. And I mean, this store is doing about $1 million a month anyway, so it kind of evens out. All the other little stuff like trademarks, incognition, affiliate softwares, apps kind of brings it to around over $40,000 to $50,000 a month in miscellaneous expenses. And yeah, guys, that's what it really looks like on a multi-million-dollar level with branded dropshipping. You're spending a decent amount on team, and you're also spending a lot on transaction costs. But at the end of the day, one of your biggest expenses is just going to be the same as on the $1,000, $10,000, even $100,000 level, which is just marketing and fulfillment. So now, guys, you have the direction to start your store with $1,000 or whatever you have to begin with. Just remember, the most important thing is having a winning angle for your product. If you don't have this, nothing else matters. And if you guys need more info on selecting a winning angle and really understanding what a winning angle is and how you can find them, be sure to watch my full guide video here. It's one of my best videos out there, and it honestly is better than half the courses you can find online. Nevertheless, guys, appreciate you guys watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, be sure to follow my Instagram while I post winning products on there and just help as many people as possible. I'm always active on there responding to DMs, so if you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram. I'll respond right away. As always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.